Guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy V. Last time, we made our way to Worus after collecting some awesome treasure at Tycoon. This time, we're going to head into B1. And this place is really dangerous, so I've made some special preparations for it, basically switching Bart's and Ferris's jobs around. Now, you can only do this if you've already learned Escape, which I think is... No, stop that. Is a level 2 ability for the thief. So once you've learned that, I recommend turning Ferris into a knight and giving her all of the strongest armor so that she doesn't die, and make sure that she has escape on. You may want to leave her as a thief. Then she'll go first, pretty much guaranteed. At this point, Bart's is going to go first. You want to be able to use the escape command as fast as possible. So like I said, a thief will go first because the thief will have the highest agility, but this has a better chance of keeping Ferris alive. And the enemy down here has 666 HP, and you're not going to be able to survive because that. I may have wanted to do things the other way, but oh geez. Survive, get me out of here. Yeah, this guy you are not meant to fight anywhere close to this early in the game. Unfortunately, there goes my my white mage. You are now being a white mage for a very short amount of time, so I can heal. The point is, keep Ferris alive. She's the only one who has access to the escape command, and because this guy is level 20, his level is so much higher than ours, come on game, that we won't be able to we won't be able to run away very quickly. So we're in a lot of trouble. If we tried, we actually got a preemptive attack. One of the reasons why I decided to turn Bart's into a thief, even though it doesn't particularly matter as far as battle mechanics go, is because in order to, like, this guy normally gets a back attack on you every single time, and with a thief in the party, he has auto caution, meaning you won't be back attacked. So we survived. Good. Now we can swap everybody back. I'll change you back first to a thief. No, I wanted to put some stuff on you, but we'll do that in a moment. I'll rearrange everything and heal and all that jazz. But yeah, so having a thief prevents being back attacked, meaning you can actually get to go right away. So anyway, the spell that we got there, let's go over that real quick here. By the way, buying spells, you get them for everyone. Everyone can use them. You just have to be the right job class in order to make use of them. So the spell we got is a time magic spell. It is drag. I think in other translations called speed. Basically what this does, there's a, you know, you can look at the mechanics of it if you want. There's an algorithms fact on GameFAQs, but this one basically sets the battle speed in here to 5. That's all it does. Basically, it gives you more time in between when you get a full turn to when the menu shows up, so you have more time to consider your actions. It's also slower. I don't like it. It's pointless, so I'm just going to ignore that. Alright, so I'm going to head back to town here, and I'm going to heal up, rest at the inn, reset up all my stuff, and then I will see you in a moment. Okay, well, we can do this now as well, since I got the extra money from the area we were just at, the basement there. We can come and buy all these spells now, so let's just do that. We'll be able to have access to them when we need them. As you can tell, Chocobo, Sylph, Remora, probably one you're not familiar with, but Sylph and Chocobo we're familiar with from other Final Fantasies. Those are summons, as is Remora. Haste, Void, Regen, and Slow are all time magic spells. Slow does what you think, Regen what you think. Void, I believe, casts Mute on everyone, all enemies, and all party members, so it can be useful in certain situations. Haste does what you think it does. Chocobo, there's 2 different attacks, just like Final Fantasy VII, like a Choco Kick and then like a big fat Chocobo. I don't think I've ever seen the fat Chocobo. Then again, I almost never use it, so it's not particularly useful. Sylph absorbs a little bit of HP, does some damage, and absorbs some HP. Nowhere near what you were able to accomplish with it in Final Fantasy IV, but it's there. And I think this inflicts Paralyze? stop or something. I don't know. I never used that one. Actually, I think I used it once in my test run. But anyway, we got all those spells now. We had enough money for them. And I have modified my job classes a little bit from where we were before. This is the meteor that just landed. I don't think we can do anything with that right now. But if we go over here, we can go to the tower here. No, I don't need to go in there. Actually, I kind of do, but anyway. Garula, depending on the translation, suddenly went wild and ran into the tower. The king chased after him. There's also a strange warrior never seen before. Never attacked humans before. Now, I have both Lena and Galuf as blue mages. You could turn more people into blue mages, but I don't think that's necessary at this point. But our first battle hopefully will be with the enemies that I'm thinking they are. Make sure you have a thief. We do. Right. Those are not the ones I was hoping for, but don't cast sleep on me. Don't attack me. You do want to steal from ice soldiers whenever you find them. Wow. Okay. Item. Potion. Wow, that's unfortunate that my white mage is sleeping. You want to steal from them because they give you mithril swords, which are particularly useful. Ouch! This is not going well. I'm running away. This is really not going well. I think I'm going to run back and reset up because they just kicked my ass. Give me a moment. Take 2. Let's try this again. We get a preemptive attack this time. Still can't steal because the game likes me. Let's see, what do I want to use? Oh, if I haven't mentioned, there is a trick with the vampire spell, and what that entails is if it's a drain spell, basically. But if you cast it on yourself, it will fully heal yourself. You can't use it on anyone else, but it's a 100% full heal if you use it on, you know, the caster. And that can be useful if you want to. Maybe Flash works on them. It worked on somebody. Let's see. I do more damage with ice, so we'll cast the ice spell. We do want to kill that guy first. They are important because they can drop... Oh, so Flash does work on them, maybe. But yeah, we want to steal mithril swords, and pretty much anytime you run into them, you'll want to... let's see... Don't think I have the cure staff on at the moment, so let's just do that. And then they are ice soldiers, they are weak to fire. But yeah, every time you run into these guys, you'll want to make sure that you steal from them, even if you plan on running away from the fight, because 1, it's better sword than we have at this point in the game, and 2, they sell for quite a bit of money. And I forgot to reset my timer on. Stop failing to steal. Steal. I've talked a little bit about how bad the steal rate is in this game. Here's another example of it. The game just decides, no, you don't get to steal. Oh, there we go, finally. And throw the fire spell, and we're good to go. This is actually a really useful area to do some grinding. And the reason for that is because you can steal mithril swords around here, which right away we want to equip on Bart's there. That'll do a whole bunch more damage. And I don't really want my blue mages to be around too long because I'm trying to learn something. So let's run them back and forth. I think they're... I don't know if you can counter them in the water, or maybe you can. Ah, there we go. Took another attempt in order to get that. Again, make sure you steal because we can. And let's see, we will again use Flash because that's particularly useful against the enemies around here. A lot of them use normal attacks. And what we want to do is we want to eliminate one of the... that's fire on you. Want to eliminate all the enemies, leaving only one elf toad left. And that's because the elf toad, when it's by itself, will use Frog Song. Unfortunately, that was the wrong person. That's why I turned 2 people into blue mages, so that we'd have a higher chance of them using it on blue mages. not on the people in the front row. There we go. And we will throw a cure spell out here. It's one of the reasons why I bought the extra Maiden's Kisses in town there. And now you can just finish this guy off. Because we don't have access to the Toad spell yet. Okay, so items. Where are my Maiden's Kisses? There we go. And now that we've done that, we can swap everyone back. Get my Black Mage going. Sure, we'll throw that on there. Nothing better. And that should be good. And over here, we want you back on White Mage. No other abilities. And want the Healing Staff. And we no longer want the glasses. The Elf Cape is a unique piece of equipment. I believe there are 3 of these in the game. You might be able to steal one. I can't remember. But there are 3 of these that I remember getting in the game. And they have 0 physical defense, but they increase your magic defense, your magic power, your agility. And what the game doesn't tell you is there's a hidden 25% evade value on there. Now, it doesn't add to the actual evade stat. It's like a separate ability on top of it. So it's actually really useful. You'll notice it'll look different than normal when someone decides to guard. Now, you can put that on either of your mages. It's really good for characters in the back row. Since Lena tends to have less HP, I tend to give it to her first. The second one we get is going to go on Galuf, though, or whoever your other mage is, if you are organizing your party anything like mine. All right. So yeah, that was the item we got in the sewer there. Those ice soldiers can also drop regal cutlasses, which is the previous weapon that we already had, so we don't really need that. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. You didn't do so well there. You can climb the vine here on this pillar, and we can actually do that later on as well. And here we get a silk robe. Goes on the mage there. Yeah, better defense, better magic defense. Can't complain. Yeah, that's funny. This guy is not the important one, I do not think. I don't think you can steal anything of value from this one. There is one other enemy in here that we do want to steal something from. Don't remember what you're particularly weak against. Do you absorb ice? Nope. You don't seem particularly weak to it either. Steal? I can't remember what you can steal from this guy. Alright, so yeah, this is how it works. You just attack with the Healing Rod, and it does a Cure 2 spell. Particularly useful. You can also physically attack with the Ice Rod if you don't want to waste, and it gives you a random amount of damage. Usually up to about 100, so you can get a decent amount out of it. It just kind of depends. I wouldn't fight that guy anymore, though, because we can't steal anything useful from him. Alright, here we get a Maiden's Kiss. And I don't need to save yet, that's fine. Let's keep going up here. The recalled mages from before are important, the purple ones there. We can get something out of them. Just head over to the left one of these guys first. And we get a silver ring. This will add some more defense to Ferris here. We don't have to worry about anyone blinding us at the moment, so I'm just going to throw that on for now. Right. The middle one, as you can see, just drops you up there. And this one is the one we need to actually continue on. But there is something I would like to get before heading out of here. And that means I need to fight a couple more battles at least. So let's see if we can find the battle formation that we're looking for here. Come on, where are you? That'll work. I'll take that. Unfortunately, these guys are going to be pretty powerful, but we want to steal from wyverns. If you need to multi-target, you still need to use your regular cure spell, but if you only need to single target there, then, so they got 200 HP there. They're not weak to anything. So just guard for a moment. Let's see if we can steal successfully. Come on, game! But yeah, using the healing staff or the healing rod or whatever it is as an item will save you on so much MP throughout your treks through dungeons for the first half of the game, and it really is worthwhile doing. That way you're not wasting, 4 or 5 or 6 or however much MP a cure spell is every single round when you have a white mage in the party, because the white mage really can't do anything else this early on. I probably should have cast a spell, because that's just not enough. Oh well. Now we can have Ferris join in the action as well. So this is one of the battles. Yeah, this guy, when you leave them alone, they can cast this, and I kind of forgot about that. But yeah, just kind of weaken both of them and then attack them on subsequent turns, and you should be alright. Throw a nice spell at this guy. He's not weak to anything in particular. And then... there we go. Enough damage. There is one more battle formation that I would like to meet up with. I know you can encounter it on the last floor there. I can't remember if you can encounter it on any of the other floors as well. Usually I run around up here trying to farm the encounter. So let's see if I can find it here. There we go, finally. These guys, I want to encounter them in a group of 3. They can cast a lot of annoying spells. You could use the mute spell individually, but it's not particularly useful. And I talked about the that void spell that allows nobody to cast any spells, but we don't have a time mage yet, so we can't use that. But this is the battle you actually want to fight. Basically, any other battles against wyverns or ice soldiers, I would recommend fighting them just so you can steal and then run away. But this battle, you want to defeat the enemies over and over again, because luckily you can get a fire rod. Now, it's a chance for them to drop a fire rod. I don't know how high the chance is, but for whatever reason, in my test run, this run, and in a couple of previous runs, the first time I encounter a battle with 3 of these guys, I get a fire rod every single time. But every time I try and farm another one, I never get another one. So I'm going to fight a few more battles and try. If you want an easier way of dealing with the upcoming boss, don't get over level 9. Because the next boss is level 9, and we can use Goblin Punch to annihilate him as well. But there are other ways to cheese through that fight, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. But I am going to do a little bit of kind of farming to get as many weapons as I can here. Yeah, so I already got 7 mithril swords. Oh yeah, and I got the mithril dagger for you, which is much better than what you had. So basically just steal all of those items and run from those battles. Fight the recalled mages. Hopefully you can get a second fire rod. It doesn't really matter. We'll be able to buy them very shortly anyway. But this just gives us, saves us a bunch of money coming up ahead. And we're also farming more money because we're stealing all those items. But anyway, that's pretty much all the time we have for today. I will do all of this other stuff in between episodes. Make sure to go down and use a tent and heal up and all that kind of good stuff. And next time we will meet up here ready to move forward. That's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.